Y'all, you guys, can you believe what Melody Shari is doing at 39? This woman is absolutely crushing it. She's running this massive business empire, raising her kids all by herself and still looking like she just stepped off a magazine cover. I mean, seriously, how does she make it look so easy? But let's get real for a second. Behind all those perfect Instagram posts and flawless photo shoots, what's actually happening in Melody's life? How in the world is she juggling non-stop business meetings, school drop-offs, and still finding time for herself? And let's not forget she's doing all this while dealing with the aftermath of that absolutely scandalous divorce that everybody was talking about. But the question on everyone's lips is she finally ready to spill the tea about what it's really like doing it all on her own? Today, we're taking you behind the scenes of Melody Shari's daily life. We're uncovering all the messy challenges, the painful sacrifices, and the raw, unfiltered reality of being a single mom and self-made boss. Stay right where you are because what we found out will leave you completely shocked. Melody Shari has always been an absolute powerhouse. From her unforgettable time on Love and Marriage Huntsville to building her own incredible empire, this woman has never backed down from hard work. But after that super public and utterly messy divorce from Martell Holt, Melody found herself in completely new territory, having to rebuild everything, rebrand herself, and completely redefine her future, all while being the only parent her children could count on. Now, at 39, Melody isn't just surviving, she is thriving, honey. She's running multiple businesses, taking care of her beautiful children, and making these major power moves in both entertainment and beauty industries. But let's be honest, being a single mom and a business mogul is not the glamorous Instagram story everyone thinks it is. The endless late nights, those brutal early mornings, the emotional roller coaster, it all adds up. So how does she do it all? How does she balance motherhood, business, and personal growth without completely burning out? And most importantly, what can we learn from her incredible journey? In today's video, we're pulling back the curtain on Melody Shari's daily routine. From the second she opens her eyes to the moment she finally gets to rest her head. Get ready because this is the raw, unfiltered look at what it really takes to be a successful single mother and businesswoman. And trust me, you're going to want to watch until the very end because we have some exclusive details about her next big move that could change everything. For most of us, mornings are this slow, peaceful time to ease into the day, right? But for Melody Shari, mornings are anything but slow. As a single mother of 4 and a business mogul, her day starts crazy early, sometimes before the sun even thinks about rising. And why? Because she literally has no time to waste. According to Melody, discipline is everything, and that starts with a super strict morning routine. She wakes up at 5 or 6 a.m., not because she wants to, but because she has to. Before the complete chaos of her day begins, she carves out this tiny slice of time just for herself, whether that's through prayer, meditation, or simply gathering her thoughts before the non-stop demands of business and motherhood completely take over. Once she's up, her absolute first priority is making sure her children are taken care of. Breakfast, school prep, and morning affirmations are all part of the routine. And this is where Melody's devotion to her children really shines through. Even with her incredibly demanding career, she makes it a point to be 100% present in their lives, from helping them get dressed to making sure they start their day with a positive mindset. She's also a huge believer in teaching her kids the value of hard work and independence. Instead of doing everything for them, she encourages them to take responsibility for small tasks, like packing their school bags or setting personal goals for the day. It's a small habit, but one that she believes will set them up for success in the future. But before the kids are out the door, Melody has one golden rule. Absolutely no negativity first thing in the morning. That means no arguing, no stress, and absolutely no distractions from outside drama. Given her past public feuds and ongoing co-parenting struggles with Martell Holt, it's crystal clear that she's learned to protect her peace at all costs. Once the kids are off to school, it's time for Melody to switch gears from full-time mom to full-time entrepreneur. And let me tell you, that transition is not always easy. But if there's one thing we know about Melody, it's that she knows how to handle her business. But before we dive into the grind of her business empire, let's talk about something most people don't see: the mental and emotional strength it takes to do this every single day. Because while Melody makes it look effortless, the reality is far more complicated. And trust me, you're going to want to hear what she recently revealed about the hardest part of juggling it all, because it's something that will shock a lot of people. From the outside looking in, Melody Shari appears to have it all figured out. She's running multiple businesses, raising 4 children, and maintaining a strong public presence, all while managing the emotional weight of being a single mother. But what most people don't see is the mental and emotional battle that comes with trying to do it all. In recent interviews and social media posts, Melody has been surprisingly open about the struggles of single motherhood, especially when it comes to balancing work, personal life, and the emotional impact of her very public divorce from Martell Holt. While she remains poised and composed on the surface, she has admitted that there are days when she feels completely drained, mentally, emotionally, and physically. One of the biggest challenges she faces is not having a true break. Unlike many working moms who have a partner to share responsibilities with, Melody has to manage everything on her own. Even when she's exhausted, there's no option to simply check out or take a day off, because at the end of the day, her children still need her businesses still need her, and life doesn't slow down just because she's tired. And let's not forget the emotional impact of co-parenting. While Melody and Martell Holt have had a rocky relationship post-divorce, co-parenting remains an ongoing challenge. Publicly, they've had messy disagreements and conflicts, many of which have played out on social media or even in legal battles. Behind the scenes, Melody has revealed that there are ongoing struggles that people don't see, particularly when it comes to ensuring that the children aren't affected by the tension between their parents. Melody has also spoken about the mental toll of being in the public eye. While many people see her as this strong, successful woman, the constant scrutiny, criticism, and rumors can be overwhelming. No matter how much success she achieves, there are always people trying to tear her down or discredit her hard work. And as much as she tries to ignore the noise, it's impossible to completely escape the negativity that comes with being a public figure. However, despite these struggles, Melody has made it very clear she refuses to let these challenges define her or break her. Instead of allowing stress and negativity to consume her, she has developed strategies to protect her peace, including therapy, self-care routines, and setting firm boundaries with people who bring unnecessary drama into her life. One thing that has truly helped her stay grounded is her faith and spirituality. In many of her live sessions and interviews, she has emphasized how much she leans on God during difficult moments. She believes that her faith is what keeps her going, even when life feels completely overwhelming. Whether it's through prayer, journaling, or simply stepping back to reflect, Melody makes sure that she takes time to center herself and regain her strength. But beyond her own personal battles, there's another major challenge she faces daily: managing a multi-million-dollar business empire while raising 4 children. And if you thought motherhood was demanding, wait until you hear what goes on behind the scenes of her businesses, because it's not all glitz and glamour, and the pressure is real. Melody Shari isn't just a single mother. She's a powerhouse businesswoman who has built a multi-million-dollar empire from the ground up. But while many people admire her success, what they don't see is the hard work, sleepless nights, and constant pressure that come with managing multiple businesses while raising 4 children alone. Running a business is already a full-time job, but doing it while being a full-time single parent is a challenge that very few can truly understand. Unlike entrepreneurs who have the luxury of dedicating all their time and energy to their businesses, Melody has to split her attention between running her companies and being present for her children, a balance that is incredibly difficult to maintain. Her mornings start before the sun rises, making sure her children are up, dressed, and ready for school. She prepares breakfast, helps with last-minute schoolwork, and ensures that everything is in place before they head out the door. But while most parents might get a break once their kids are in school, Melody's day is just getting started. From meetings and brand deals to product launches and social media management, she is constantly on the move, building her brand, expanding her businesses, and staying connected with her audience. And because she's her own boss, there's no such thing as a 9-to-5 schedule. There are late-night strategy sessions, early morning planning meetings, and constant decision-making that demand her attention. But despite her hectic schedule, Melody has one strict rule: her kids always come first. That means no matter how busy she is, she makes sure to carve out time for homework, dinner, bedtime routine, routines, and quality bonding moments. Even when she's exhausted, she pushes through because her children are her absolute top priority. However, this level of dedication comes at a cost. There are times when she barely gets any sleep or has to sacrifice personal time to ensure that her businesses keep running smoothly. And while she makes it look effortless, the reality is that it takes an incredible amount of discipline, sacrifice, and resilience to juggle both roles successfully. After everything she's been through, the public betrayal, the emotional trauma, the legal battles, and the exhausting fight to regain her peace, many people wonder, will Melody Shari ever open her heart to love again? For years, she was deeply invested in her marriage to Martell Holt, believing they were building something solid, something that could withstand the test of time. They were a power couple, or at least that's how it looked on the outside. Behind the scenes, however, Melody was dealing with heartbreak, deception, and an exhausting cycle of betrayal. Martell's infidelity wasn't just a one-time mistake. It was a repeated pattern of lies and disrespect, something that no woman, no matter how strong, should ever have to endure. And to make matters worse, it all played out in front of the entire world. Everyone had an opinion, everyone had something to say, and in the middle of all that noise, Melody had to hold her head high, protect her children, and figure out how to rebuild her life from scratch. So with all that said, does Melody even believe in love anymore? The reality of healing from public heartbreak is never easy, but healing in the public eye is even harder. Every time Melody scrolls through social media, every time she attends an event, and every time she posts about her success, there's always someone bringing up her past, reminding her of the painful chapter she's already closed. But here's what makes Melody different from so many other women in her position. She refused to let her pain define her. Instead of allowing the betrayal to break her, she used it as fuel to become stronger, wiser, and more focused than ever before. She channeled all her energy into building her empire, securing her financial independence, and showing her children what resilience looks like. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing to her is not revenge, not proving people wrong, but proving to herself and her kids that they can thrive no matter what life throws at them. But that doesn't mean she hasn't struggled. There were moments of deep loneliness. There were nights filled with tears. There were times when the weight of being a single mother, an entrepreneur, and a public figure felt completely overwhelming. Melody has been very clear about where she stands on relationships right now. She's not rushing into anything. She's not desperate for a man. She's not interested in entertaining just anyone who comes along. But does that mean she's closed off to love completely? Not necessarily. She has stated multiple times that if the right person comes along, someone who values her, respects her, and aligns with her vision, then she might consider giving love another chance. But there's one major difference now. Melody will never settle again. She's made it crystal clear that she refuses to tolerate disrespect. After experiencing the pain of infidelity, Melody knows exactly what she deserves, and she's not willing to lower her standards just to have companionship. She prioritizes her peace above everything. If a relationship disrupts her peace, brings stress, or causes unnecessary drama, she's not interested. No matter how charming or wealthy the man may be, her children come first. Any man who steps into her life must understand that her kids are her #1 priority. If he can't handle that, then he doesn't belong in her world. She's focused on self-love and growth. Before she even considers letting someone else in, Melody is focused on continuing her own journey of healing, growth, and financial success. And this is exactly why fans admire her. She's not just talking the talk, she's walking the walk. So what's next for Melody Shari? What major moves is she planning, and is there a new chapter about to begin in her life? Well, let's just say things are about to get very interesting. Stay tuned because we're about to dive into what's coming next in Melody's empire, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. You